Hi there, I'm Mark, and as you know, my videos are my views, my thoughts, my opinions, and they're based solely on my observations. And this time I've actually been asked a question. I wasn't aware I was taking requests, but on this occasion I will. And it's important you understand that these are my views and my opinions because I'm going to answer this person's question as I see it. And I really do appreciate the question. And when you hear it, you're going to know who you are. All right, so this is for you. So the question I was asked was, in a world currently where work-life balance is split between app groups, WhatsApp groups, emails on phones, Microsoft Teams, how do we get the balance right when we're looking to manage teams? And he finishes off with, says the workaholic who wants to make sure that he's not that boss. Now, first and foremost, I know a lot of people don't like it when we do this. So that's at least half of you switched off already. So apologies. But we also know what we mean by that boss. We've all got our person who fits that boss description. Held that back. But you can also insert boss with, I don't want to be that husband or that wife or that partner or that colleague or that employee or that whatever. We know what that means to us, to not be that person. So there's two pieces of advice. The first one is very simple. If you don't want to be that boss, don't. And I'm not being facetious or sarcastic. Genuinely, I mean, don't. Because you have the choice. You can decide not to be that person. And the easiest way to approach it, and this is the elongated version of don't, you can list on a piece of paper or in your journal all the things that are the behaviours or the actions that that boss does or doesn't do. So you can list all of that and go, I don't want to do that. I'm never going to do this. That bit that they never do, I want to do. So you can list all the negative sides of it, all those connotations that mean I'm not going to do that, so I am not that person or that boss. And that's actually quite a simplistic job. And it also means you're well over halfway to solving the problem. Because on the other side, then you can decide, well, if I'm not going to be that, what am I going to be? How am I going to act and behave so that I am the boss or the husband or the partner or the wife or the colleague that I want to be? So it becomes your template of actions and behaviours. Now, I get in this world, it's very easy to get swamped by becoming the boss who just manages by emails, constantly by text message or WhatsApp message, or running those team meetings, which are simply a transfer of information. There are times you're going to have to run the meetings, and there are times you're going to have to send an email with attachments, and there are times you're going to have to send a message. But if you're saying you don't want to be that boss that does this all the time, then that's your criteria. Set out your goals for how often am I going to use that medium and what am I going to do instead. You have choices every single day. I read somewhere that we make 30,000 decisions a day. And then I also read somebody saying that's a laugh. Who makes 30,000 a day? Well, I've just given you another one to make there. Who does? The thing is, you make decisions constantly. And you have to make those decisions and accept and live with the consequences of those decisions. So if you don't want to be that boss because of its consequences, choose to be the boss or the person you want to be and accept the consequences that it brings. Set out your own template for how you wish to manage and wish to be. Try not to use examples of those above you if they're not good examples. Think about people you've worked with, people who you know, whose behaviours and actions you value and respect. Use them as a guideline for what you're trying to be and become. And always remember, if you keep that list to hand, keep it close by, you can check yourself against it. Have I done this today? Or have I lapsed? Have I let that boss, that person, seep back into my behaviours? What were the consequences? Why do I want to stop it? So, in answer to your question, how do you stop being that boss, that person? Well, first of all, decide not to be. Don't let it happen. Secondly, create your template, your list of actions and behaviours that you do not want to do and do want to do. Hope that helps. If not, drop me another message, ask me another question. All right, you take care. Bye for now.